Builders, welcome to the channel where we build financial power. I'm fired up to be back here. My name's Matt, and this is my co-host,
Potter.
We're super fired up to be back. This is getting more and more fun as the time goes. We've been working on just things for this channel in where you can't see it over here. And I'm just nerding out building this channel. I'll be honest with you. When we started this, Potter and I were talking about it, and it was an idea, and there's always a lot of ideas that happen, but when rubber meets the road, that's when it starts feeling really fun and good. And I really feel like we're doing a lot of good. We're getting a little bit of traction on this channel, and it's fun. I'm really enjoying it. If you're new to this channel, every Thursday and Friday, we bring you a live show, 10 Eastern, and we talk all about the world of crypto. Thursdays, what we've been doing is we've been touching on basic crypto stuff, crypto terminology. Friday, if you want to come back, we're talking about some projects that we're involved with, specifically Drip. We do enjoy that project, and it's just been a lot of fun. So, Potter, how you feeling before we kick this off?
I'm feeling good, thanks. It's been quite a week.
Without a doubt.
And, to all of our folks who are involved in this conflict,
man,
our prayers go out to you and your families.
Yep. Yeah, that's tough. I'm seeing it everywhere. That's really tough.
Yeah, but we're meant to get them out of that. We're meant to say, hey, there's still, the sun will come out tomorrow.
Exactly.
So,
well, let's dive into it. Like I said, Thursdays, I've been really wanting to touch on the basics. Me as a beginner in crypto, Potter having more experience, and me sort of learning this, Potter still learning this. I find it often that I'm hearing terminology and I want to touch on that terminology. So I did not realize that there are different types of crypto. Now I realize that there are different coins, and you got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, you got Drip and DeFi and all blah blah blah. But there's actual 4 categories. Is that correct that it's 4 categories? This is what Google said. DeFi, NFT utility coin, and then a store of value token. So is that correct? Do you feel like there's a classification of 4 categories?
I see what they're saying. You could probably break it up into more categories, but those are good categories.
Okay.
So when they say utility tokens and store of value tokens, they're right, BTC. I would probably get away from Litecoin because people go, what's a Litecoin?
Yeah.
So BTC or a store of value token, that's saying, hey, not only is this an asset, but it's more than likely other people will let you borrow against it.
Okay.
Right? That's how you determine, it has a store of value, right?
Okay.
Utility tokens are sometimes, I don't know if it's a misnomer, because I could see a pancake swap
it's like
being a utility token, right?
That's very true. Yeah.
But can't we also, if we look at a token when we invest in something like Tomb, that gives you another token that's pegged to another token? That's kind of a utility token too. So that's a hard one. NFTs, wow. Well, we need a whole show on those.
Yeah.
And DeFi is the reason that I was able to leave my job.
Yeah. And so I guess you could say Bitcoin being a store of value token, obviously it's not the same, but for a translation, it's kind of similar to a stock about how there's a store of value, and that's stock as compared to like a Bitcoin. Is there some sort of translation there?
So I don't know if you can borrow against a stock, but you can borrow against a house, right? So it really gets into what is Bitcoin. How do some people look at it? Some people say, well, when the dollar goes down, Bitcoin always goes up. Is that true today? I don't know. There are tokens that that nobody would say, hey, can I get a loan against that?
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, it is kind of looked at as a commodity or a security.
Yeah.
But it's just different. It really is a hybrid, of both. It's a hybrid of, it's gold stock, right? It's as close to an ETF. Oops.
Okay.
You want to explain what an ETF is?
No, you fire away. You're good.
Oh.
You good.
Well, why did you say, like, I thought you knew it? Cheat code, his dad was a banker.
Yeah, but that, I mean, the ETFs. So ETFs are something that I'm in personally, by the way, not financial advice. You know, the whole game. We're YouTubers. What the heck do we know?
Yeah,
But ETFs is something that I've always been interested in, and I've been in for quite some time. And just because I know I'm not going to focus on picking each individual stock, just like I'm not going to focus on picking each individual crypto. So ETFs, that's where my heart's at. But basically, you're buying a conglomerate of stocks rather than one stock. That way, if this one goes down or up, and this one goes down or up, you're not wrecked. So,
right.
Wrecked is a term we're about to get into.
Right. And so now putting Bitcoin back to the ETF model, the negative about it is John McCain said one of the hardest things about being in the middle is you get hit by traffic going both ways. Right. So when it's thought of as a commodity, Bitcoin, and it's seen as commodity, it can go down. Right. When it's seen as, what was the other one?
When it's seen as a ETF?
A commodity.
Like a security?
Or a security. Yep. Then it gets hit the other way. If stocks go down, up, it's stocks. Up, it's a commodity. Yep. It's in alignment with the dollar. It just gets hit every way. So Bitcoin is trying to find out what it is.
Yeah.
But one of the things that you can see is all of these can be used during a crisis.
True.
Right?
True.
So your DeFi, businesses that depend on a central bank, they were saying they couldn't go to an ATM today.
Very true. Very true.
But if you had DeFi, and you have a business that's running on DeFi, your funds are still coming in. Now, you might not be able to cash out, but you can at least pay your employees with something.
Yeah.
Right. NFT, if you said, well, I had an NFT and oh my God, everything shut down. Now I have this NFT, I can sell it for maybe Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, Phantom, and change that to something of value. So utility token, same thing. And of course, store of value.
Yeah. Well, and to clarify, so DeFi stands for decentralized finance. So you have two different worlds of getting into actual crypto coins, and it's decentralized and then centralized. Centralized is it's FDIC backed, and there's, the platform you're on is usually really big, like Coinbase or BlockFi. Correct?
Correct.
So that's what centralized is.
Yeah, I think that some people don't always call it decentralized.
They just call it DeFi. Sure.
No, but it's something
besides decentralized finance.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I call it decentralized, but I heard somebody else call it something, but it really is supposed to be decentralized. Everything I'm seeing now, just looking it up, didn't use the other word. I used DeFi decentralized last week, and I heard somebody else. I was like, oh my God, maybe I got it wrong. But now that I'm looking it up, it doesn't look like I got it wrong.
Well, and so, but that centralized meaning there's regulations, there's FDIC back, which Google that if you're not sure what that's about, but that's main money. Basically, there's mass adoption of it. And then DeFi, decentralized, means that it's the wild, wild west. There are no regulations. It's, you are out in the water alone, and there's more risk. There's more risk in DeFi without a doubt, but there's more reward. So the NFT, which is unbelievably popular for, I think, a general population, they understand you're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars or thousands of dollars for a JPEG that can be duplicated. I know that there is so much more to it. But basically an NFT, like a quick little rundown of what it actually is, and not like all of its uses and what it can do. But for somebody, it's like, what's an NFT? Like, it's a JPEG, it's an image, it's a digital piece of art. Like, why are they paying thousands of dollars for it?
So the internet at one point was used for sending cat pictures.
True.
Right. So it evolved greatly to running things that are running states, and it's a vital part. So people are using the technology to do things that don't necessarily make sense. However, that is slowly changing into being some level of value. So non-fungible means you cannot deny that that's mine.
Non-fungible token NFT. Keep
Right,
going.
right.
You're good.
Well, I'm just saying, no, I'm saying non-fungible. Non-fungible means, hey, you can't deny that's mine. A non-fungible token means now put that on top of the token, right? So now if you say NFT is not a token, even though I didn't mint it, and it's an image, you can't deny that that's my image. Like I signed it. It says it was created by me. There's no other one in existence that you can prove that this belongs to me. Well, getting real big real quick, when you do that, that's like what they do with the phono record. You know, what they do with a CD, with it when they make a digital recording. That's exactly what they're doing. So that's why Snoop Dogg. And what's cool about this is I wanted to write an article about this, but I'm still working at my old firm. So I was like, I can't call this out.
Did you?
And I called this out because I wanted to write about it a long time ago with regards to copyright, and not just copyright, but performance rights. And because BMI, ASCAP, CSAC, it's like, guys, what are you doing? These are performance royalties. Soon these, that mechanism of, that's my master, right? And the fact that I can NFT that, that means now that changes everything when it comes to publishing. It gets so big. We need a whole show just on that.
Seems like
it.
But
it's not only JPEGs anymore. They're also being used to say, well, what if I give you something kind of cool? Before I used to give you this thing that was called a token and it appeared on a blockchain, but what if I do the exact same thing, but I give you a picture of a dog?
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And the longer you keep it in, the more little things appear around the dog. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of ideas that come from NFTs, but those four categories are all very important. Utility tokens are what are starting to evolve, but DeFi, NFT, and store value or tokens are locked in. BTC was first, or store value tokens was first. DeFi came next, and NFT came next. And I think that people are going to understand what utility tokens are when they're paying their utility bills with them.
Yeah. Well, and that leads into a great segue that, DeFi, NFT, utility token, store of value token, basically, to wrap it up, store of token is, BTC or, typically a bigger coin, not always, but typically a bigger coin. You put money in it, you hope it appreciates so you can gain some money. That's typically what that is. Utility token is typically something like a token, a coin that has actual use, that you can do something with it, which I think can ultimately be subjective of like how much the use is. The NFT, non-fungible token, meaning it can be art, it can be a billion different things, but ultimately you own something. You take ownership of something that is on the blockchain, which again, that can go a billion different directions. And DeFi is decentralized finance, basically the wild, wild west right now. No regulations, but it is quite a fun world to see. Be careful, because if not, you could get wrecked. This is the term I want to dive into because we hear it thrown around often. Pretty simple term, but getting wrecked is basically losing all your money. I mean, that's basically in the concept, right?
Yeah, in crypto it is.
In crypto.
Let's say like, oh my God, I bought high and sold low, REKT.
Yep.
I invested in this, 1,000,000,000%.
Yeah. Exactly. APY.
REKT. But I think it's from coding and gaming.
Okay.
Kind of, dude, I got wrecked. You know what I mean?
Okay. I like that.
My code got wrecked, dude. But I think it's a mixture of gaming and coding, same kind of genre of people. Those people that you had to become one of.
Exactly. Well, and actually, that leads into the next term, a squid. I recently only heard this like a week ago for the first time.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No, it's brand new to me. So a squid is somebody that is not long-sighted. And on this channel, we're definitely long-sighted. We're looking at the long game, and a squid is someone that is the exact opposite. They're trying to get a quick bag. They want to jump in something. They want a Doge coin. They want a meme coin. They want whatever they can get in and get out real quick and try to get an easy bag. And typically it's very short-sighted. Not saying it's wrong, but it's they got a term for you, so that's not a good look.
Yeah, they also have a term. It's called paper hands. Weak hands.
Weak hands,
So
paper hands.
squid is kind of new because have you seen the Netflix show Squid Games?
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of what it's saying. You know, that's what those people were. They were squids.
Hey, look at that! Oh my gosh, I just came full circle. Oh, okay. All right. Well, actually, speaking of Squid Games, crypto being used in games. So if your head wasn't exploding enough, and if you're not into games like myself, I've played a handful of games in my life. I'm the exact opposite of what you consider a gamer. I play Call of Duty with a friend, but that's it. I mean, like, I've never like paid for a skin or anything like that. But I've seen it for years now. This is not brand new and synonymous to crypto, but if you did not know, in the gaming world, people pay US dollars to get a, like a skin or like basically an outfit. Like I know in like GTA, you can buy all sorts of stuff with US dollars. And basically you can live in this own world where you've bought a bunch of stuff. Like you can buy car, it's like its own world, and you can buy stuff with US dollars. Trippy thing is people are now using crypto to buy things in games, and then crypto is being injected in games. And then I've also been seeing it here lately. There are games where you play to make crypto that yields you more percentages of crypto, and just what is happening. You can now play video games and make money. And I know it's happening in other countries, and I know it's happening here too, but it's very popular in other countries where there's not as much job opportunity. That is unbelievable. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, and they've got it now that they are able to port games that you play on like very small games, but still games that you play on a PC, compile them into pseudo HTML/NFT, and you can play them inside of your browser.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's just
crazy. Like the whole game now, that introduces a whole level of new vulnerabilities for bad guys.
True.
Because you're still using some level of memory. And I just want to get to if I'm a bad guy, if I'm a black hat, I just want to get to memory to wreck you, right?
Exactly. Yep.
So we don't know we don't know what vector that introduces, but since bad guys are highly motivated to get your crypto assets, they'll figure one. So now is not the time to go play that kind of a game, but there are games, to your point, where you get an asset and now it's actually worth something that you can trade outside of the game. That's kind of
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I know that's even a tough, what you just said, that's a tough concept for people to wrap their head around. I was telling my dad about a project that I'm in, and he was like, wait a minute. So you're telling me I earn more of the crypto, and he's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Basically, you're earning a percentage of the crypto rather than earning US dollars. I was like, yeah, look at it like this though. You're earning a percentage of this thing, and then in exchange, you can turn that into US dollars. So my translation for him, I was like, basically look at it as gold almost. And not saying this asset is like gold, but if you look at it as you're gaining a percent of interest of gold, you can turn that into US dollars. And he's like, oh, that makes sense. So when people hear that, you can earn crypto and then turn it into US dollars. That's what we're talking about. You just brought something up, a black hat, a bad actor. Those are both basically synonymous, right?
Bad like in old Westerns, the black hat.
There it is. Yeah, look at that. It wasn't even a term I was planning on covering. So, have I heard the term white hat? Isn't that a good
white hat is the sheriff, right?
Look at this YouTube channel. This is freaking incredible. Very nice. Very nice. So let's lead into this here. We're wrapping this bad boy up. It's been a lot of fun, but I've been here lately hitting Potter with sort of a end of the episode question, and with quite a bloody week, meaning a lot of red, a lot of down crypto, a lot of economic down. What in crypto is Potter excited about? In the crypto world, what are you excited about right now?
Kind of funny that you brought up games, because there's this game right now, and this is one of the things, like when you're starting to do this more full time.
Yep.
I won't be able to have more days where I can introduce things to you, but I'm not going to give you the name of a game that's to you, the viewer. I'm not going to give you, I'm going to tell Matt, like,
Okay.
we're not going to give you stuff that we don't know if it's going to get wrecked or not, right?
Yep.
But there's this game out right now, it's so much fun. It does exactly what you said. I have an asset, I stake that asset, and I get a fun asset. It's so stupid, but it's so cute. And so I get this asset, and I just keep reinvesting it. So the theme is really, during this downturn, I'm still making 5 times more than I was at work.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Because during the good times, I was building. Right? So now during the bad times, I have enough to sustain. Right? So I look forward to, I'm excited about seeing the strategies work.
Yeah.
Know that I have things paid for months in advance and can live and take advantage of these low prices. Whereas when I first started, I was going, oh no, I'm running out. Now I have things that are building every day so that I can sustain it and teach you guys cool stuff and hang out with Matt. So I'm just excited about it. It seems like I should be like, oh my God, what's happening? But if it was tokens only, if I was just holding on to the value asset,
hey, there you go.
That would be not fun right now.
Yep.
That would be very bad. I'm very happy I'm in DeFi.
There's a lot of, I think hope in this world of crypto that can be quite scary. I think there is quite a bit of hope. And I, as a person that is positively optimistic, no, that's not the correct term. Why did I mix that up? I'm optimistically skeptical. I'm seeing more and more hope, because right now in this downtime, in this bloody time, this is one of the first times I've ever had an asset continue to pay while things are down. And that's very, very exciting. Not financial advice. We don't know jack. If you're feeling squirrely and you want to check back in on us, we'll be here tomorrow at 10 Eastern. We're also going to be talking about hardware wallet versus software wallet. What the heck is that? Next Thursday, it's its own little what the heck. So it's something I don't know much about, so I'm excited to dive into it.
It's so much bigger than people think.
Yeah. So who knew? And if you don't even know what a wallet is, check out some of our previous videos. If you're enjoying the show, let us know that. Drop a comment if you want to know something. If you want us to cover something, give us a little direction. We want to know what you want, because we're coming off this with the dome, off of the dome.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah, it makes sense if you don't think about it. But other than that, you got anything in closing? Let's wrap this bad boy up.
Okay.
Anything?
Oops, I wasn't expecting that. It's like, oh, hey.
No. Do you have anything in closing?
Just if you're in now is not the time to go, sell. You have to ride out these things.
Yep.
I rode out several of them last year.
Yep.
It's so different when you come out the other side. But just hold on. Go away from it. You were supposed to invest what you could afford to lose.
Correct.
Lose it and go do other stuff.
Correct.
So that's probably.
Winters make winners. We'll see you tomorrow. Later on, everybody.
Love that.
Very nice.